Just what have you liked out of Javonte Williams the whole process since the Jets game?
Yeah, I mean, he's been productive, and I think coming out of training camp, it's what we expected, and obviously the first couple games we didn't get the numbers we wanted, but yeah, we could tell that it was coming. So he's just been consistent. He gets tough yards, and hopefully we can keep that rolling.
What's the biggest difference you've seen, particularly from those first 3 weeks to now?
I just think it's overall execution of the team. I mean, I don't think you look at anything in the first. I mean, obviously there's always a rep or two in every game where a player could have done something different to help his performance. But overall, I just think it's the execution of the team in general. People blocking better for him. Maybe the scheme's a little better, called versus the right look. Whatever it is, there's so many variables that go into a successful play. But he's got his legs under him, I think, better than he did last year, and I think it's showing.
Big Bill has 1 pick over the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Tied for the fewest sacks. I guess how rare is it to see a rookie avoid those type of mistakes, especially early?
Yeah, I think it's rare, but I think it's in the scouting process of the quarterbacks, man, that's what stood out to me with the player is that he was tough to sack. He didn't take a lot of sacks, and he didn't turn the ball over a lot. And I think if you can start with that as a quarterback, man, it's those are 2 really big building blocks that you can build off of. And so I think it was part of his play style in college, and happy that to this point it's been transferring over to his NFL career so far. I think it's so much goes into that, not throwing interceptions, not taking sacks, and I think there's a saying that sacks is a quarterback stat more than an offensive line stat, and I think with him that's certainly. I mean, the offensive line's blocking well, don't get me wrong, but his ability to avoid those is huge.
He's talked about he's got a lot of room to improve still.
Oh yeah.
But I guess the high floor there of avoiding those mistakes.
Yeah.
How much easier does that make things on the offense?
I think a lot easier. I mean, I think Sean said it. As a play caller, I think when you feel you don't have to call the perfect play for the quarterback, sometimes it's like, all right, he took a sack there, but man, maybe we weren't open as fast as we were hoping, and it puts pressure on you when you feel like the quarterback's going to get you in a bad situation if you haven't called the perfect play, and he's going to avoid the big mistakes. You can be a little more aggressive.
There's also been critique, Joe, on some of the passes he's missed, those intermediate passes.
Yeah.
Where do you come down at? A lot of talk on his footwork and that kind of stuff.
I think every play has a rhythm to it, and you start running all these plays on air, where there's no defense, and so you groove your footwork into that, and then the receiver gets jammed. Maybe you got to hang a little bit, and so there's just experience that comes with that, with having your feet set. But I think one of the challenges we talked earlier that he avoids sacks, and so. Just grooving in the footwork with the ability to escape and not be stuck in the pocket if something breaks down. Those are all works in progress, but I think with experience, all that will get better.
Coach, Troy Franklin's had a big role in the offense the past couple of weeks. What did you see from him before that to feel comfortable getting that big role?
Yeah, I think just comfort in the offense. I mean, you could see the speed, the route running, the talent that he had from day one. But just being able to play fast, because of your comfort level with the offense, I think it's just an experience thing. And, he's a quick learner. He's an eager guy, real good attitude. And so, just as the weeks have gone on, you see that he's more comfortable to be able to play faster. And, so all that's helped.